This video is brought to you by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business.
Hi guys, my name is Maya Nelson and welcome back to Julia's channel. So I've been in and out here for a while. It's just because every time Julia has a Squarespace video, she's like, do you want to DIY something? And I take the opportunity to DIY because in the end I don't really have to do much because Julia has to be in the video and she has to do it. So I just kind of leave my stuff there. Yeah!
Let's do another video with Maya, but she's still not in the line.
Yes, I'm just here every now and then.
For our first flip, we will be bleaching some pants. We have our lovely bleach here, and we have our items that we will bleach. I've done some bleach before. However, I've never done a pair of black denim, and I hope that they will turn orange.
So we're just gonna see how this turns out,
Yeah.
and I'm DIYing my weekday rail jeans.
Yeah, this is also my weekday rail jeans.
Oh, lovely.
They are our favorites, have been for almost 2 or 3 years, but it's time for it to move on because I found another black pant that is my current favorite, so I will now flip this so it will have a new purpose. But I will also try this mesh top because I have seen Kim Shui's studio. She does a lot of like mesh tie-dye type of pattern, so I will see if this will work out.
Hittade du inte en mindre skål eller?
Are you serious?
No, that was a joke. Den är så liten.
It looked big at home.
So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pour this. I've never done this before and we're just gonna see how it works out. So I just pour it on top. Sensei, Julia, you've bleached before, they just pour it on top. What would you do?
I would just pour it over the place.
Should I spray first and then pour after?
No,
just so that I have a, no.
That's just a waste of time.
Okay.
Just pour over the places you want it to be.
Okay.
And then I would spray it for some gradient effect since you didn't want it super...
Just like that?
Yeah.
So we're just, I don't have any pattern, I'm just kind of going with it. Oh, over here. Maybe something like by the pocket. Whoa!
Straight.
It's on me!
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm just kind of, we'll just see how this turns out. I'm not super like, something like that. Yeah.
Leaving no traces. And also cleaning the floor. Wow! Yes.
Oh, should I lay this down for you? Oh, I don't know what to do. There's so much going on. Someone hand me the mop. So much going on. Stressful. I don't really work good with stressful environments.
No, I can tell.
I keep my life as stress-free as possible.
So normally I would recommend doing this in a bathtub, but we're at the office so we don't have one.
Here.
No! I'm crying. Thank God I don't go to school. I would have died. Yeah, okay, great. I need to take a breather. This is so stressful.
So for my black pair of denim, I didn't soak the pants. This is because I wanted a different look. Maya pre-soaked her pants to give the bleach a more soft effect, but I wanted a bit more streaky and patchy, so I'm just pouring the bleach right on top. And this is the result of the jeans. I really love these pants, and I've really been using them so much ever since I bleached them.
Baby, close to me, girl.
And I also tried but terribly failed the mesh top that I wanted to bleach. It didn't budge at all, so yeah, this was basically just a fail. Moving on to my next DIY. This is a skirt set that I really winged. As usual, you guys know that I always wing stuff. It was initially a long skirt and I really just loved the pattern of it. I went ahead and traced it with a skirt that I already owned. This is a really cute A-line skirt that really fits me well. And simply just sewed it back together. And if you want, you can also sew down the edges of the skirt just to make it a bit more sturdier and also to give it a cute little detail with the seams. For the hem of the skirt, I just folded it in about a centimeter and then sewed a straight stitch all along the edge. So now comes the tricky part with the top. So basically I only had this much fabric to work with, which was the leftover fabric from the skirt. And since I really didn't have any plan, I just draped it on top of my chest and kind of measured out how I wanted it to be. So I don't even know if I remember the proper measurements of this. This is gonna be such a terrible tutorial, but I started off with cutting off a rectangular piece, and this was just to make the bottom of the top. And it was actually quite unnecessary for me to do this because I ended up just sewing it back together. So you can skip this part if you'd like. And then I measured out basically where the center of my nipples are because I want to make some darts so that it can cup my chest. And yeah, I have teeny tiny tits, so I don't really need to dart it that much. But basically all you do is fold it in half and then I just sew it about a centimeter from the edge and then I go inwards. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain this. There are probably plenty of tutorials on darts because I don't know how to explain this shit. So yeah, now that I've made the darts, I draped it back on, and as you can see, it kind of like cups my chest a bit better. And then now I wanted to cut off some triangles so that it would fit underneath my armpits, held it where I thought it would fit best, and kind of folded it where I wanted the cut to start and end. I just cut off the triangle on one side and then I did the same for the other. And then to make it a cute little detail thing on the top, I did a straight cut in the middle of the top and also cut off the front piece for the front of the top. Yeah, so as you can see, I really don't know how to explain this shit, and I'm kind of confused how I even managed to do this at this point. Please bear with me. I am struggling to explain this myself. And what I'm doing now is the front part of the top that I just made a slit in. So I'm just folding it twice to hide the edge, and then I'm just stitching it back up together. Basically, it creates this little gap for the cleavage, I guess, but I don't have a cleavage, so yeah, just some cute little detailing. For the other parts that we cut off, I'm just folding it in once again. Once again, double folding it so that the edges will be hidden. I'm so sorry I didn't show this better, guys. Bro, I have no idea what I'm even doing. Oh my god, this is so hard to explain. And now for the tricky, or the not so tricky part actually. I'm kind of folding it in, but I'm leaving a gap so that I can loop in a string later on, because this is gonna be like a ruched kind of top. Now we have the long strip that I cut off in the beginning, which I said was completely unnecessary, which it was. So I just measured out where the darts were and sewed it back in so that the pattern would align, hence why I said this was really unnecessary for me to cut. But since I'm just winging this, it doesn't really matter, you know. Now all I do is just sew back the top together, so I face the right sides towards each other and then sew a straight stitch. And now using some leftover scraps, I'm just cutting off some 2.5 centimeter strips. It doesn't matter how long they are, you can just make them however. And this is the most excruciating thing. It's creating these little inside out bands that I do somehow in every DIY video. Why? I don't know, but it's so handy, but it's so stressful to make. You just fold it and sew a straight stitch, and after you've done that, you have to loop it inside out. Basically, this is gonna be the loopholes for my bands that I'm gonna attach later, and I just placed 3 on each side along the top. And now for the last part of the top, oh my god, it's been such a long tutorial. Since I only had this much fabric to use, I had to be a bit creative and make a really long band out of this. So what I did was cut off these strips that were 2.5 centimeter long. So I did this with all of the leftover fabric. I'm just cutting this up into multiple straps, and then I sew them all together. So I sew them so they turn into a really long band. But this time I switched up my technique because I realized that it would be impossible to loop this in. So basically I fold the two sides together, and then I fold it in the middle to create like a strap, and then I just sew this back with a straight stitch along the entire band. So when you're done, you're gonna have this really long strap. What you want to do is just attach that along the loop that you did in the front as well as in the back that you did, and when you're done, somehow you manage to get a top that looks like this. This is my finished set. So yeah, I did that.
Baby, close to me, girl. 오늘은 뭔가 조금 다른.
Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys like this video, and also thanks to Squarespace for supporting this video. Squarespace has a lot of great features I enjoy that I'm sure you'd love as well. I'm currently building a website for my portfolio and photography, but you can use Squarespace for anything from a personal blog to professional services and online stores. You don't need any website developing skills to create a beautiful website, since they offer a wide range of templates and you can go crazy on the customizable settings that are super easy to use. Honestly, if there's any feature you need for your website, Squarespace has it. Visit squarespace.com to be blessed with a free trial to start your new cute website, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/thelineup to save that coin by getting 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.